Hey guys, Six here. I did say yeah, or I did upload a video say about me saying goodbye to the channel, and I kind of wanted to clear up more things, why, and and why I'm doing this pretty much, and I guess I'll just start from the beginning, and the main reason right now is just a lack of motivation. And the lack of motivation comes from just me being very busy in life. It's really cold in this room, so I'm just gonna put my hoodie on. But I'm gonna explain it along the way. So, pretty much, throughout this whole month of October, it's not October anymore, but right now, I kind of just have like lack of motivation to do anything. This whole month, I've just been busy, and I don't know, life is just kind of changing at the moment. And we're only in November. We have literally like one more month until a new year. This year's been kind of just like God has been showing me a huge message. Um, and this year I have went through loss. I lost myself. I lost many things that I cherished in life. I lost people. I lost my touch in reality. And I lost my best friend. To clear things up, yesterday morning I put Bandit down, and I put Bandit down because he was hurting. He wasn't in any pain. He wasn't sick. He didn't have cancer. He was in pain. Most of y'all don't know, and I'm probably going to be the first person to say this or I'm going to be saying this the first time on the channel about two things. Number one, Bandit is the first ever dog that I own that is a pit bull. I never had a pit bull before. I never owned a pit bull before. Most dogs I own were Australian Shepherds, German Shepherds, Huskies, and Labs. And they're the most generic dogs, almost. Australian Shepherds are kind of, Labs are like your best friends to life because Labs are really good to train and they're adorable. And I mean, yeah, but a pit bull lab mix, that was Bandit. Bandit was a pit bull lab mix, and honestly, he was my best friend. To break it down a little bit, last year I kind of had a feud with my mother about Bandit because apparently Bandit was still going through potty training, and we were trying to. It wasn't because like we weren't like doing our job, but it was just like he had to go frequently, and that's understandable. We did go to the vet. He did, he was still a puppy and everything, but that wasn't the issue. The issue was just that my mom, she said this herself. She said she don't get bonded with animals. That's why she don't bond with animals. But she kind of just wanted my dog to leave, and it kind of got an argument with my fiance as well. And she sent him to her friend's house, and he was there for like a couple of weeks until my mom said sorry. We got him back, and he was just different. Bandit was a different dog. He was aggressive to people. He only liked, or excuse me, he only loved me and my fiance, and he was hurting. My fiance's friend did something to that dog, and it makes me angry but at the same time, I'm not angry. I just know one thing in this world about pit bulls. Pit bulls are misunderstood animals. Um, Pit bulls are really misunderstood animals because if y'all don't know, pit bulls in America apparently are treated as scrapyard dogs or fighting dogs. And if you don't know what that means, pretty much owners will, or some people will raise the dog from being a puppy to get aggressive and fight other pit bulls for sport. And honestly, that's inhumane. If you or anyone you know do that, you are a sick human. You are sick. Pit bulls are meant to be aggressive, but they're also called the nanny dog. And the nanny dog is kind of reference to dogs being really love and protective of younger children, infants, kids. But with adults and being an owner of a pit bull is love and being a best friend. And Bandit was just that. And Bandit was my best friend. And it hurts him more than it hurts me to have him fear and be scared of people. This yesterday morning was the hardest shit I have ever went through of my 19 years of living on this earth. Besides all the PTSD and trauma from my past, I kind of just think this is a really booked down moment of my life. And this is a sign that God is showing me that loss is what I should be learning right now in this year in my moment of life. And guess what? After yesterday, I took a nap and I woke up and I didn't hear Bandit. But I knew something before going into work. And I told myself, God is teaching me a lesson. For people that aren't religious or don't believe in any God, that's understandable. But for people that do believe in a God or Jesus, I'm sorry, I have a list because I'm just tearing up right now, but I'm not trying to cry, and I don't need to be crying because I'm getting bad heartburn right now, I'm sorry. I'm just glad that Bandit got released and he is in heaven and he doesn't have to fear. And I have sinned. I was a selfish person of not doing it earlier. Now here's my thing. I didn't make that decision. My fiance made that decision. And Thursday morning is when she told me that I think we need to do this for his own safekeeping before he gets in any more worse trouble. Now, a month ago, he accidentally bit my little brother, but I blame my brother for invading his space while he was eating something because my brother kept on provoking him and he bit him on the face. But regardless, there was nothing I could have done. I warned my little brother so many times to stop, and it happened. And I wish I could have prevented that. I wish I could have trained them more to stop being aggressive to people, but pit bulls are just misunderstood animals or breed. And I'm tired. I don't know how to wake up today and realize that my boy is not in this kennel waiting for me to take him outside to go pee and poo or whatnot and smell the breathing air. And what made me cry more is while he was sedated and the veterinarian was putting the injection in, Bandit was staring out the window and there was dogs barking and playing. And then he closed his eyes. But I know he's gonna be okay because his little brother is up there. I told y'all this on the channel that my cat died earlier this year. And I'm just glad he's been waiting for it. He was waiting for him and he's finally there. And Bandit will always be my dog that I bonded with completely. Because, yeah, I had a couple dogs before, but I lost them and I didn't really get bonded like that. Except for one, which was my black lab Shadow, a very long time ago when I was a kid. He was my best friend, but I was too young to even know what happened. I was sad about it when he died, but it was just not like that bond. But I'm just glad that Bandit is resting in heaven now, and I'm glad he's doing everything in heaven. He's just playing with other dogs and with his little brother, eating all the treats. And one thing I think that he is doing is bragging about how good me and my fiance were to him, because we never treated him any differently, and pit bulls are just misunderstood breed of a dog. And I'm just glad. So clearing up the next section of going on is depression. I've been dealing with depression since I was 14 years old, and that's almost 6 years. I turn 20 next month, and 6 years I've been dealing with depression and PTSD and trauma. And it's for a lot of things, and I never really went down this path, but I have talked about depression before. And it got to the point where I didn't want to be here no more. And y'all probably know what I'm saying. I have had those thoughts. Yes, I did. But this whole month, I just been kind of depressed. No, not kind of. I've been depressed. I had depression. And some people might say it's some winter blues, but I've been dealing with it with my whole life, and I've been trying to recover from it and everything, but it hasn't been like that. It's been entirely different. It starts with the thoughts of suicide. In all honesty, a lot of people a day leave this world because of depression and suicidal thoughts, and it's a major issue in our world. No person should have that feeling. No person should have that thought. There is a lot of symbolism. There's lots of videos. There's lots of games. There's lots of people that have the experience of depression. And depression should never be a thing that you should go through. It's tough, and not a lot of strong-willed people will make it, but if your will is really bonded with your soul and your heart, and you have family, friends, people to reach out to that will help you through your lowest times of your life. And here's the thing, I never reached out to nobody. I did something that no other person could in this world, even if they couldn't do it, and that was to stay strong, and I did. I may be sad of losing my best friend, and I have his collar, and I have his shirt that I keep next to me because these were the two last things that he wore on his body. His little camouflage collar that I really like because it's pretty cool, and his little, because I'm a football fan. I love football, American football, and his little LSU shirt, and and yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say, but pretty much um that I'm strong. I kept myself together after I got to work, and I said everything's gonna be okay. When my time comes in this world, I'm gonna be there with my dog. I'm getting his ashes, I'm getting his paw prints, and I'm also gonna be getting a tattoo right here in my wrist. I would get it on my heart, but I think my wrist would be a better position to put the tattoo at, because when I touch my heart sometimes, my wrist is more inclined into my heart than my whole palm is. And that's just been a thing with me. Like when I have like placements of where my hand is, it's always awkward. Because like, I don't know. It's just like many things with me, I do differently. And not because I'm weird. It's more of like how I am. When I handshake people, it's supposed to be a firm grip, but sometimes I just like, I grip a little harder than expected. But hard grips are pretty good in social interactions and all that. And but I'm more of like a cool dude kind of thing. Like I fist bump, I dap up, you know, dab up and all that. But I don't know. I've just been different since I kind of graduated high school, and last year I really don't know what kind of lesson I learned, but I know for this year I learned a lot of loss. I lost many things that I cherished, loved, my loved ones, my best friend, and yeah, this year's just been really tough, but at the end of the day, before I close my eyes, I tell myself it's gonna be okay. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the next day or the day after. But but back on the depression topic, it's just like if you need to talk to someone, or you need help, reach out to somebody, talk to them, hug them, grab onto them, talk deeply with them. Talk to your mom, your brother, your cousin, your dad, your aunt, your grandma, your uncle. Talk to your friend, your the police officer that you know very well. Talk to anyone. If you need help, talk, or talk the number, or talk to the number, or call the number. Oh my God, I cannot talk. It's like this one commercials where it's like, if you know, but seriously, call the number for the hotline and talk to somebody. It's never too late to reach out for help. It should never be too late for anybody. And depression is a major problem in our society. But I do know one thing, is that one day when God and Jesus come back into the world to fight all the evil and vanquish all evil and all diseases and all negativity, and the people that believed and followed his path will be saved, and the ones that never gave a shit and don't give a fuck about life or anything will just be left here. it, it's hard in life, but beating onto someone that doesn't have much in life is strong. But one thing that people don't know of how humans are, they never back down to fight, and you are stronger. I think growing up, I have been the strongest person that I have ever like met. I met a lot of strong people in my life, but a lot of things um they just didn't really go through with it. But I think single handedly the strongest person I ever met was me. And the Lord Himself, of course, because He created this world. But yeah, I think that I changed a lot. And I've impacted a lot. Excuse me, I'm so tired. That I impacted a lot, and I've been through a lot, and it's lesson learning. It's a message from the Lord, and um, ever since Thursday, I've just been praying. I always take this necklace that I made into a praying bead, and I just been praying and tell myself at the end of this prayer that everything is going to be all right. And that's the reason that I'm trying to let go of this channel and go live a bit more. And that's the reason. Now, it might take a while until I come back, but if I don't come back, then my last message is thank you. Even though if I was not getting lots of subscribers or anything like that, I'm just glad people watch my content. Because behind a video is a voice with a human that cared about what he loved doing mostly. And I love video games. I like VR games. I like computer games. I like Xbox, PlayStation. I like video games because they create a story, and they create ideas, and they bring lots of people close. Even if it's a toxic community like Call of Duty or Siege or Valorant or CSGO, or just games that bond with people through heated shit, or video games is kind of important because they teach you lessons as well, but not as much as livelihood lessons. But I enjoyed playing video games, and I still do to this day. Yeah, I've been playing video games since I was young, like Nintendo and Resident Evil, but getting a little sidetracked. It's just I did what I love doing on the channel, playing video games, playing Dead by Daylight, and horror games, and yeah. But this final segment is just a goodbye for the reason I'm going. And I will continue down my path of evolving and becoming a better person in learning my lesson of loss. And I think I figured out why I need to learn loss, because when you lose something, you lose yourself. That was not an Eminem reference, by the way. Okay, it kind of was, but still. you lose yourself, you lose a touch in life, you lose hope. But the people that believe in God and pray will regain that loss and become a better person. And that's the reason why I have to go through loss. Yeah. That's it. That's all I have to say. If I don't see y'all again, then thank y'all. Thank y'all a lot. I needed to get this off my mind for a while. Since Thursday, actually, but still, it's been a while for me since I talked on the channel since yesterday. But I found messages. I love you, Bandit, and I'll be there for you, and you'll be there for me. And I know everything's gonna be okay. Because once I get your ashes and your paw print and your tattoo embedded with your name on it, I'll know that a bond that was created 3 years ago will forever live in me and my fiance. And one more thing before I go. Technically not my last message, but in the first time in my life, my mother yesterday said that this is the worst, or excuse me, not the worst, but let's just say that this is like a different side of my son that I have never seen before. I might be an uptight, aggressive, yapping, like, adult, but I am feeling deep inside, and something changed in me, and I just don't feel like who I was last month or anything. But that'll be all. Thank y'all. I'm getting heartburn so bad. Goodbye.